Hey guys, Tyler here with Calculated Kinetics, here to talk about the Canik TTI Combat. Great gun. We haven't shot it yet, unfortunately, because it is that new. But first thing that we did is pull out of the box and figured out what plates it come with and what plates we can make for it. Really good news is that the plates that work for the Canik Medi also work for the Canik TTI Combat. So already have some options available. First one's going to be the K footprint. So any Holison 407K, 507K, or EPS carry EPS, they're all on the same footprint. We made it so that you could run it on the same one. So this is the Canik Medi, fits just fine. And here is the TTI, fits no problem. So a lot of you guys have already asked about the EPS. There's your options. We have those in stock, ready to rock and roll. Our next one that we have is a Holison 509T. So we made this plate a while back. It wasn't a big or wasn't a very popular plate. So we have slowly started to get more and more requests for that plate. So we're actually going to bring that plate back. It's going to be a great plate. Now, mind you, with all of these, the only one that does the co-witness is going to be the Holison EPS. Unfortunately, all the other ones don't work with that, but since I got you here, we'll just show you what some spy video, I guess you would call it, of what's coming out. This is not made by us. This is made for another, or made from another company, and these things are awesome. So back to Optic plates. When you get the TTI, it's going to come with an assortment that usually the Canik includes. One upgrade from, say, the Canik Medi is that this actually comes with an aluminum adapter for an RMR footprint. So I know a lot of you guys are probably going to run the SRO, the RMR HD, or Holson 507 comp. Don't buy our plate. You don't need it. Save your money. It comes with an aluminum adapter. We do offer RMR footprint optic plates for the Medi, but like I said, again, you don't need to buy it with this. It's going to come with an aluminum adapter. The screws that come with the Optic should work, but if you guys don't have some, or it didn't come with some that work, you guys reach out and we can help you out. But since we're talking about the RMR footprint, there's something I want to point out, because this is probably the biggest difference in the footprint of the two guns. So I'm going to bring these a little bit closer together. These bigger holes down here are going to be for the Delta Point Pro or RMSC footprint and or K footprint. Those are going to be M4 threads on both these. One thing that Canik really does good is that they design these so that these threads are super long. So we've actually had some custom screws made that are M4 by 13 millimeter long. Give you that extra millimeter of thread engagement. We found that with the M4 by 14, it's too long on some applications. So M4 by 13 seems to be the happy number. So you guys order a plate from us, that's what you're going to get, is the M4 by 13 millimeter. And typically with metric threads, they don't come in odds. So anything that is a 9, 11, or 13 is going to be a custom length screw. It's always going to be 6, 8, 10, and 12, and so on. So back to the footprint. So as you can see, these are all the same. Like I just stated, the M4 for Delta Point Pro, and I say Delta Point Pro because it sits in the same mounting holes as the Delta Point Pro. Unfortunately, a Delta Point Pro won't fit in there, and I'll touch on that real quick. Because of the width of the Delta Point Pro, it's not going to fit inside this milled space. That means that plate is going to have to be that thick so it sits at slide height. So a lot of you guys are going to ask for a Delta Point Pro, especially with a couple companies that are coming out with some new optics on that footprint. We won't do a Delta Point Pro footprint because the plate will be too thick and it is going to be sitting way too high on the slide. So that's going to be these back holes. It's going to be primarily in this application going to be used for EPS carry. That's what a lot of you guys have been asking for. The 509, it's going to actually use those same holes because it gets away from it, or it's the best option to stay away from the 509 clamps. So it's going to be used for that. Now for the RMR footprint, the TTI actually comes with a decent aluminum adapter, like I was saying, and don't waste your money and buy our plate. the adapter works fine. The difference between what we provide versus what comes with the TTI is the TTI is an adapter. So basically, I'm going to use this as an example. Screws go through the optic, through this plate, so only 2 sets of holes, and actually secure to the gun. Whereas an optic plate, so here's an optic plate. The optic plate is going to secure to the slide, but the optic then secures to the plate. You don't want the screws going past the plate, or else it will end up sitting there with a gap underneath the plate. Now, I don't know if you guys can see in the video, I get a lot of inquiries, hey, this isn't lining up, there's something wrong with it. Well, there's something wrong with it because how they designed the Canik Medi, I don't know if their intent was to make this an RMR footprint and they just messed that up or whatever the case may be. But if you can see the distance from the edge of the hole to the slide versus the edge of this hole to that slide, there's a space there, so they're not gonna line up. So when I go like this, put it on the Canik Medi, these holes are actually not going to line up. So this is what causes it to be an optic plate. Now, if we take this over here, you will see that all these holes actually do line up. So that's really the only biggest change between the two in terms of mounting optic plates. The only one from an OEM perspective that you're going to be able to co-witness with is going to be an EPS carrier, something with that lower deck height. There may be some people that direct mount an optic to, to the actual slide without running a plate. I'd advise against that, especially on this one. It comes with the adapter. You might want it to sit lower, but just be careful because that wiggle to left or right could knock that off zero. That's not super bad. On some other ones, like you get a lot of people that run direct mount with a 407 507K on a TP9 SC. That's going to get it to pivot way too much. Definitely recommend against that. But continuing on, right now, like I said, we have the 407 507K EPS carry plate available. Now it's ready to rock and roll. It's shipping. It's going to look underneath our website for Canik Medi. In about 3 to 4 weeks from now, we should have the 509 plate. And oddly enough, we've had quite a bit of inquiries for a acro footprint mount. So we are definitely going to prototype that and gauge your guys' interest. But we want to know if there's anything else that we're missing that you guys would want to put on this platform that doesn't come with the included plate. So please comment below, let us know what you think. Hopefully you found this video informative. Try and just pass out as much information as possible to keep you guys in the loop. You guys feel free to contact us at calculatedkinetics@gmail.com. You can find these on our website at www.calculatedkinetics.us. Any and every time that you guys buy an optic plate from us, we are going to include all the screws to secure the plate to the gun if it's an optic plate, as well as the screws to secure the optic to the plate. Also, if it's an adapter plate, we're going to include those screws that are long enough, provide enough thread engagement to go through their Torx bit as well as Vibratight. Now, one thing that we offer on our website that's unique to probably anybody else out there, if you guys were to go on our website and buy the EPS, you're going to get the adapter plate to mount this on there 100% for free. All you have to do is add both items to your cart and it will automatically discount them. So comment below, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what other videos you guys would want to see or questions that you may have, and we will do our best to provide those answers because we are the middlemen. So thank you and have a good day.